Hey guys, I'm Rebecca Kennedy from Barry's Bootcamp, and today I'm bringing you a 20-minute ab workout. I'm super excited. This is a great opportunity for you to just segment yourself 20 minutes to just really focus in on those abs. And the beautiful thing about this is that you don't need any equipment. You just need a space, maybe a mat, and a little bit of motivation. So let's get down to business. I'm gonna bring you to the back of your mat or just a little bit of space, and we're gonna get warmed up. So I'm gonna give you about 4 minutes of a warm up, okay? And we're gonna really use the entire rest of the time to pop in. So let's reach down for your toes and walk out to a plank position. We're gonna step our right foot on the outside of our right hand and reach our right arm up, and we're gonna wrap it under 3 times. That's 1, reach it up, that's under 2, big T-spine rotation right here, that's 3. You're gonna step it back and then switch legs. So left leg forward, left arm goes up, and wrap it under 1. Inhale as you reach up, exhale under 2. Inhale as you reach, exhale under 3. Hand down, stop here for 1 moment. We're gonna lower all the way down. We're gonna inhale, upward facing dog. Big stretch of the core right here. Keep the shoulders down away from your shoulder, or from your ears rather, and lower back down. Push up into a plank and walk those hands back into your feet. Big inhale as you reach up. Exhale, lower all the way down and walk out to a plank. We're gonna do that again. Right leg and 3 times. So we go, exhale, inhale and reach up. Exhale under 2. Inhale, reach up. Exhale under 3. Step back and let's hit that left side. So not only are you getting a T-spine rotation right here, but you're getting a hip opener. A lot of times we do moves for our core that utilize our hip flexors. So it's an awesome way to start a workout, especially if you've been sitting down all day. So if you're taking a break from work right now, which I really hope you are, this should feel awesome to have just even gotten up out of a chair and getting your hips moving. Last time, this is on the right side, and then last time on the left. You're gonna feel your heart rate really start to get up. Shoulders are starting to stabilize. Step back, 1 more time. You lower down, shoulders back right here. All the way down, pop back up, walk your hands in. And this time I want you to come down to your hands and knees. All right, cool, so step 1 done. Making our way through our workout. Our warm up extends our left leg back. Reach your right arm by your ear. Get your thumb up towards the ceiling, and you wanna keep your back nice and flat. We're gonna round in and then flatten our back out, okay? We're gonna go for 10 reps on the right. That's 3 right here. Really flex in. So if you flip this move over on its back, it should look like you're crunching. So we actually wanna exhale in, inhale out. Exhale in, inhale out. You got 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Let's hit that other side. So we go left arm and right leg. This is a cross crawl pattern right here, guys. So not only are you getting to wake up your abs, but your brain has to turn on a little bit more too. And you're finding different patterns to actually get your body moving through. So once you start firing your brain a little bit more while you're working out, that's more calories that you're gonna burn too, because you're non-stop working. So let's flip over. We're gonna repeat that 1 more time, but before we do that, take your right hand right behind your right hip, left hand on your knee, and we're gonna reach our hips up for a crab reach. Arm goes up over your head, and then switch. So big extension. You wanna watch my knees right over my ankles, and it's about my hips going up, right? So we're gonna keep switching. Inhaling as you lift. And every time you get that arm up over your ear, try to get a little bit deeper. You got 2 more. And on this last one, I want you to sit back down, swing your legs back around, and we're gonna hit that bird dog 1 more time. Last part of the warm up, 10 on the right arm and left leg. That's 1, and 2, 3. Inhale out, really drive it in. Even the knee that's on the floor, that same glute does a lot of work right here. I love to start almost all of my workouts with this drill. Can ask any of my clients, my students, they know and love this very well. And let's switch. 10 on the left, 1. Really suck in those abs, round and flat. You got 5 more. You're gonna have to start breathing with me too. Last 2, and last 1. And now let's flip it back over. So 1 more set of crab reaches, okay? So we're gonna go up, and you can go as slow as you need to go. You don't have to go fast, you don't have to match me. We're just gonna get a couple more minutes right here, okay? So driving those hips up, and you can even keep your focus up to the ceiling. If you're working with any sort of neck injury, you don't need to drop that head back, okay? Keep it nice and slow and just really controlled. You got 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, so warm up is complete. We're gonna move on into our first segment. So you get to shake those hands out, shake the wrists out, and we're gonna come into a kneeling position. So our first drill is going to be on our hands, and our second drill is gonna be on our back. So make sure you're able to lay down, okay? This is gonna be a hollow position, so we're gonna workshop this a few times. We're doing each drill 3 times. So we'll start off in a full plank. We've been here before, just passing through in our warm-up. I'm just gonna start my stopwatch right here for you guys. It's 30 seconds, and the clock is officially begun. Shoulders are over the wrists. What I want you to do is push up on your toes, and I want you to round your upper back. So almost like you're giving me a hollow body, and you'll see it on its back in just a moment, and then you're gonna come back into traditional plank right here, okay? Push-up plank. So we're gonna raise up on our toes, upper back, and the abs suck in. All right, so we're inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, last one, and then drop the knees. Awesome. So the next time we're gonna hold that hollow plank, okay? So now that we're on our back, I want you to fill in the gap on the floor with your lumbar spine, so your lower back, and then crunch up. And you're gonna lift your feet up off the floor as high as you can, or as high as you need to rather, so that you can actually maintain a scooped out position. So we don't wanna be arched, right? We wanna keep our lower back on the floor, and we wanna keep reaching our hands forward. And we're holding it for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. I know that's a tough one. Cool. Let's flip it back over. So in that hollow plank, we're actually just gonna find it and hold it, okay? If you can't give me the hollow body plank, a regular plank is gonna be just fine. If you need to modify it, you can always drop down to your knees. If you're holding it here, advance with me. Otherwise, this is what your modified plank looks like, okay? The hips are pushed forward. I want your shoulders staying over your wrists. We're almost done, guys. You got 3, 2, and 1. Quickly, wasting no time, we're gonna lay back down. And this time we're gonna lower, inhaling down, exhaling and lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. If you thought crunches were great, you have never done this. This is one of my all-time favorite drills. It's in every single one of my Barry's Bootcamp ab classes. I do this on my own on a daily basis. I did gymnastics for about 15 years, and this was one of my favorite takeaways, guys. You got 3, 2, and 1. Roll it on up and flip it over. Here's your last hollow plank, okay? And if you can, I almost want to see you extend your arms further on this one. So this would almost be like a Superman plank, but I'm still in that hollow position, so I'm not dropped in my heels. I'm up on my toes, and I'm still scooped out and hollow in my abs, right? So we want to keep the shoulders away from the ears, so I'm not bringing them up, but I am hollowed out. So I'm supportive in my upper body, and my abs are doing almost all of the work, but my legs are tight. If you're sliding, just readjust yourself. It's totally fine. You're giving me about 10 more seconds here. Big breath in. It's always worth it. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down. All right, last one. We're on a hollow body in the back. And now this time, I want to see any of a challenge for you. Reach. Bring them down. They're going down and up. Keep on working those abs. 4 and knees and lower down. You got 30 seconds. All right. The abs are completely waking up. I hope you're enjoying this so far. We got a lot more work to do. Some ground to cover. We got about 15 more seconds of recovery right here. If you want to take that upward facing dog or child's pose, totally do it. It's all yours, okay? So the next one, we're gonna be on our knees and your hands are gonna be right next to them. So make sure they're not in front. You want them directly next to your knees. So we're just gonna start off with 5. All I want you to do is get your shoelaces on the floor or the tops of your feet. You can be up on your fingertips or flat. And I want you to lift your knees up, scooping in the abs and lower. You don't want your knees to tap the floor. You got 3 more. So this is 3, 2, and 1. Right away, you're gonna flip it over on your back and we're gonna go into hip lifts. So that right there started to target the lower abdominals. Palms are flat on the floor, hands are down by your hips, and we're gonna drive our hips up and down. You got about 30 more seconds right here. So that looks at about maybe 10 to 15 reps. Exhaling as you lift, inhaling as you lower. Okay? And it doesn't have to be high. So you notice that I'm not rocking in, that I'm actually trying to get the knee up. So I'm going up and down, targeting just the lower abdominals, really squeezing the pelvic floor in and up. All right, you got 3, 2, and 1. All I want you to do is take your hands down behind your head, knees up into tabletop and crunch. So we like this, right? This is a familiar move. This is your jam right here. If you have tight hips, all I want you to do is take your feet to the floor, let the knees fall open to the sides, and continue up. Chin up to the ceiling, thinking about getting your breastbone straight up instead of forward, okay? You're almost done, guys. You have 8 seconds, 7, 6. We're gonna be back on our knees in 3, 2, and 1. Roll all the way up. All right, no breaks yet. We're gonna come right back to our knees. Hands are by that side. So the first time you learn, the second time you practice, okay? So I really want you to think about scooping in and up right here. So pressing into the floor, take a deep breath in. Exhale, we lift. Up 1, and lower down. Exhale, up 2, and lower down. Up for 3, 2 more, you got this. And 1 more, let's go. All right, awesome job. Flipping it back over, and we're gonna go ahead and lay down. All right, so if you are advanced and you wanna try to make it a little bit more challenging, palms go up on the floor, okay? So again, it's just a tiny little lift. A 1/2 inch is better than nothing, right? So if you can get your hips up nice and high, maybe a couple inches off the floor, but something is better than nothing. So even if you're just tipping the tailbone up, that's a great way to start to actually be able to lift on your own. Okay, you have 5, 4, 3, 2, and this is nice and easy on the neck, 1, and go ahead and take those hands up to the ceiling. So knees are out to the side. We're gonna go 2 up, 2 forward. So it goes up, up, and forward, and forward. Up, up, forward, and forward. It's exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Every single time you exhale, really suck those abs in. You have 7 seconds. Feeling the lower abs and upper abs. Do all the work. And last one, roll it all the way up. Cool. All right, so the next couple set of drills that we're gonna do are gonna be on our knees, and then we're gonna be sitting down. So, stretch, big side bend to either direction, and always take a child pose whenever you need. You can take an upward facing dog. All these that we did in our warm up, those are gonna be great recovery moments, okay? So let's tackle a little bit more. Up is a little bit more narrow of a stance. So instead of being extended in full plank, we're gonna have our knees under our hips, and then you're gonna take your knees wider, okay? So what I'm trying to focus on is the outside top of the glute, focusing a little bit more on glute medius. I tuck my toes under and I lift my knees up. So we want a nice flat back, okay? Now from here, I want you to lift your right foot off the floor and then drive it into your elbow and then switch. So lift and drive, lift drive, lift, drive. So we're gonna go for 10, 10, 9, 10 on each side. That's 8. So when you lift, the obliques really start to fire up, and then they're gonna be the actual movers crossing that leg over. So you're trying to get your knee up to your elbow every time. And because you're on your hands, yeah, your heart rate's gonna get up. And if that sweat starts to drop off your face, hell yeah, it's what you want, right? A little bit more work, never hurt nobody. Last one right here, guys, and go ahead and drop down. Flip over to your butt. We're gonna superset that oblique twist with a Russian twist. So I want you to clasp your hands and you can lean back. You can do this with your feet on the floor if you don't feel comfortable lifting them up, okay? So I want you to try to lift those feet up if you can, and you're just gonna go hip to hip, right, left, right, left. So again, if your hip flexors are just really tight right here, put those feet down. You can even take your hands underneath, lift your chest up and lean back so you get that nice flat back, okay? And then if you wanna try on your own, again, lifting those feet up, beautiful, do it. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and recover, awesome. Okay, flip back over. Same exact thing, so now you're getting the rhythm. This is gonna be our bear plank with a tap. So we wanna take our feet wider than our knees and make sure that our knees are in line with our heels. Push those heels back so that your glutes really start to fire. And then we drive. 2, 3, 4. You got this. Make sure you're not rounding your spine. I'm a stickler for form, and since I can't see you, I trust you. So I wanna keep those shoulders over the wrists. Everything worth doing is worth doing with good form. Your body remembers everything, it's super smart. You got 3, 2, and 1, awesome. Flip it on over, and let's get into those Russian twists. So the thing about supersets is that there's not a break in between them, okay? So we're gonna really start to think about the smallest part of our waist and narrow it in. Working your core, you have to get out of the mental image of just doing sit-ups and crunches, because your abs help flex, extend, and rotate your entire body, and they're there for support too, okay? So we really wanna look good, but we also wanna be able to move well. So ab workouts, I like to incorporate a ton of different things. Can we get one more of those? Last set, you're gonna give me 20 seconds of each set. Here we go. Left and right, alternating. So you notice, I might start to pick up my speed, but you can go as slow as you need to go. And actually, faster doesn't mean harder always. You can keep going slow and actually work through that range of motion. That might even be harder. It's a lot harder for me sometimes. So go at your own pace. You're not in competition with anybody except yourself. You only have one body, so let's make this the best one that we could ever have, okay? Right to left with those hands. Final Russian twist. We're going for those final 20 seconds. So give it your all. You want to fire it up a little bit more. Press those palms together. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Okay, guys, let's flip it over. We're going to stand it on up. I want to finish with a good speed, 10 mountain climbers, and I also want to get a tuck jump in there. Okay, so these can even throw you up a little bit more, and you can modify them as much as you need to. So we're going to start off in a plank position. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Your chest is going to hit the floor in 2 and 1. Chest to the floor, stand up, jump, come right back down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flatten that back out. 6, 7, 8, 9. Chest to the floor. It's down. Big tuck jump. Almost done. Keep it up. 3, 5, 7, 9. Chest to the floor. Tuck jump. You got 2 more. Here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your abs are firing up. 7, 9. Mine are 2. We got 1 more. Stick, guys. 10, 9. Stick with me. 8, 7. That's your countdown. You're going to sprint through this finish line. Last 2. Last 1. Chest to the floor. Big old tuck jump, up, and you're done. Awesome job. Whew. All right, 20 minutes. You feel good?